it's my distinct pleasure to introduce our presenter for our last award. He'll tell you a little bit about the name of the award, the Ken Lavern Boy of the Year. Please join me in welcoming our director, 14U head coach, and my brother, Mr. Joseph Knoll. Let me do one. Sorry. All right, we have. Sorry, I have some of our silent auction winners. Sorry. I'll just say the names so you know what you bid on. So you want Barbara Phillips, who's a winner. The Henneberry's winner. Brian Lesnack. Solly Clark. Lisa Roselli. The Machins, I think. The Henneberrys again. Okay, please find Alicia Henneberry. She's going to process your payments for the silent auction. So, Coach, I'm very sorry to do that interruption. We have a little more housekeeping. But again, let's again welcome Joseph Knowles. Thank you.
I know it gets to be a long night, but please give me your attention just one more time. Ken Lavern was a great football coach and a great man. He is one of my heroes. His dedication to Maplewood football is unsurpassed. He spent a remarkable 40 years as our finest coach and our spiritual leader. So it was only fitting that when Mr. Lavern passed on last year, we named our highest honor in his honor. Kenny was one of those rare breeds who combined a fierce competitive intensity with an almost childlike joy for the game. He had a great knack for passing that on to his players. Most of us who played for him would have run into a brick wall at his command. And if we got knocked on our butt, we would look for a week of brick and do it again until we got through. Milano. I have often struggled with a way to put that attitude into words. And the best that I can come up with is that we care so much it's stupid. Maybe crazy is a better word. So the winner of this award needs to have a remarkable dedication to Maplewood football and a relentless commitment to playing the game the right way. As usual, we have a number of kids who have that and who deserve this trophy. With that in mind, I would like to ask all of you players who have just finished their final year here at Maplewood to stand up and accept one more round of applause. Thank you all for carrying on a great tradition that has been 58 years in the making. Some of these guys from our D1 team had a tough year in 2018. We hit a few brick walls. That will happen to all of us in our lives sometimes. It's what happens next that defines us. Here's what our winner did. He got a little angry. He focused that frustration, turned it into energy, and came back to practice the next day like it was his first practice ever and we were getting ready for the Super Bowl. In his 8 years at Maplewood, through his successes and his struggles, he never stopped getting better. And if we had taken a poll of his coaches maybe 3 or 4 years ago, they probably didn't expect that he would win this award, but he never stopped trying to break through. In his 8 years at Maplewood, I wanted to mention that again, he did most of his work and his best work, in keeping with the theme for tonight, at our most highly valued positions on the O-line. Those are the men who make the rest of us look good. Our winner was the captain of our offensive line and the captain of our team. He took the hardest work and made it the most fun. His greatest joy came through the success of his teammates. He is a gentleman off the field. I have seen his report cards. He is a scholar. And of course, he is an athlete. So this year, he was one of our lead blockers on the kick return team. He fielded a couple of short kicks fearlessly, and it gave Coach Malloy an inspiration for a special play. Put him at QB, overload right, direct snap, power lead off tackle. When we ran that play in the final minute of his final game, after 8 years of grinding on the O-line, he did not disappoint. He finished in the end zone for a 2-point conversion to cap off a come-from-behind victory. The joy that I felt for this young man was one of the highlights of this season. But the way that our team reacted, the way that they celebrated for him, made it much more than that. It said everything about how his teammates felt about him, and it touched the soul of Maplewood. On our best days, we play for each other. He is dedicated, hardworking, relentless, fearless, and selfless. He plays hard, and he plays with joy. He might be a little crazy. He cares so much it's stupid. If you look on the website, he is already the poster boy for our program. He bleeds blue and white. For all these reasons, please join me in a big round of applause for the 2018 Ken Lavern Award winner, J.C. Moore.
This is a big honor, winning this award. First of all, I want to thank all my coaches. They taught me something every day, and I value them the most. Second of all, I would like to thank the Four-Burgers, my neighbors, for taking me to practice every time, and no matter what, they would always take me. I would like to thank my parents for letting me, taking me to this beautiful program and giving me the opportunity to play football. Is the best thing. I love them so much. And I want to thank God for letting me have this award and letting me play my 8 years in Maplewood perfectly fine. And I want to thank Maplewood for all the years that it's given me, all the memories and everything. Maplewood has taught me so much. They taught me the fundamentals. They taught me discipline. I really needed it, determination, which I wouldn't be here without it. And most of all, that pride still matters. And yeah, I hope one day I can give back to Maplewood what Maplewood has given to me. Hail Maplewood!